Hello, everyone. Good day, good afternoon. It is Friday, and it is time for What the Health is Wrong with You. I'm Debbie Williams, your board certified nutritionist, and today I am here. We're talking about healthy hair today, and my topic is 5 foods that help your hair to grow. And then I'm going to make a juice. I have been helping people with hair loss for probably almost 20 years. So some of you that's just coming on, if I say rice water, that might go ding, ding, ding. You might remember me. I am a holistic nutritionist, and my specialty is helping people with hair loss, with skin problems, with liver health problems, with gut health problems, and all of it ties in. So I've tied everything together. So when we want to know how to grow our hair, if we want to know why am I losing my hair, we want to know why I have psoriasis, why I have eczema, so many things, it all ties together. It's about what's going on internally. It's about your liver. It's about your kidneys. It's about your gut health. So today I am sharing with you 5 foods that can help your hair to grow back. And I got my foods here. I'm going to share with you all my foods. And then after that, I am actually going to make a juice that you can start implementing if you are dealing with hair loss, if you're dealing with hair thinning, if you're dealing with skin problems. So thank you for all of you who are coming in and who's joining me today on if you've never been here, here's the name of my podcast that I would call it when I do it live. It's called What the Health is Wrong with You. It's not what you think. As a board certified nutritionist, a holistic nutritionist, I want people to understand that a lot of their health conditions is not what they think. And if they just change their diet, if they eat better, they will see that all the problems that they thought they had may start to reverse itself and go away. So I just recently did something in my program called the 30-day Detox and Parasite Cleanse. So in this 30 days, I built out foods for you. I built out everything you needed to detox the liver, the kidneys, the gut. And we also was killing out parasites and more. And within those 30 days, people who had said, for one, they lost like 15 to 20 pounds. And this wasn't a weight loss program. But when the body is toxic, when the liver is toxic, when your kidneys is toxic, then you may hold on to a lot of weight. You may have a lot of inflammation. You may have problem with your hair. Your skin may have issues. You may be dealing with autoimmune issues, PCOS, IBS, all of those things, because the body is not healthy. So as a holistic nutritionist, I share these ways. And then what happens is, if your hair has been affected, once we flush out your liver and your kidneys and help your body and your digestive system and your gut, you'll find your hair starts to grow back, your skin will improve, you'll start to look younger. And I like to share about me. I am a grandmother of 2, and yes, I am old. I'll tell it. I ain't gonna tell you my age right now, but it is because some years ago, I changed my lifestyle. I changed how I ate. I was that person, I was sick all the time, and doctors couldn't help me. I had what you would call the mystery illness. Many of you can relate to the mystery illness. The mystery illness is the one where you know you're sick and you know you're not crazy, but the doctor's like, I can't find anything wrong. Your blood work is coming back fine. Everything looks good. But you're like, but this pain is for real. Well, that's what we call the mystery illness. I suffered with a mystery illness for, I'm going to say, probably a little over 20 years. All of my teenage life, all of my life in my 20s. And then in my late 20s, maybe early 30s, I finally was like, I have to do something about this because doctors weren't helping me. So I started watching what I was eating, and I was journaling down that I noticed that when I ate certain things, it would make me double over in pain for a day or 2. I would go out to dinner with my family, and they hated going out to dinner with me because in mid-dinner, I'd be like, oh, guys, I'm going to go meet you in the car. Y'all have a good dinner. I'll be in the car. Don't worry about it. And that was my life. But once I implemented food, once I learned that food was the medicine, and the medicine that the doctors was giving me wasn't helping me, it was actually hurting me, I went on my own journey. So me becoming a board certified nutritionist was for several reasons. Because of me, because also at the time my sister had lupus, and there were no answers for lupus, and her hair was coming out. And years ago, I had this amazing salon here in Atlanta, and I felt, okay, my sister's losing her hair, but I'm helping people have beautiful hair, there's something wrong with that. So I was like, I gotta find how to help her. So my journey took me from trichology to thinking I wanted to be a medical doctor to finding out that the reason why we're dealing with hair loss and skin problems, it's internal, it's not external, and it has a lot to do with our diet. So the reason why we are suffering with a lot of our problems, hair, skin, and more, it's the diet. It's because the body is, in most cases, it starts with nutritional deficiencies. It starts with a lack of calcium, a lack of magnesium, a lack of iron, a lack of copper, a lack of zinc. No, you don't have enough B vitamins. You don't have enough selenium. You don't have enough sulfur. All of those minerals and vitamins that I just mentioned to you, they are major players in hair growth. Major players. And when they are not in line, you will lose hair and you will have skin problems. So after I learned all of that, I went on a mission, and to this day, 2025, I am still on that mission, helping people learn how to recover their hair back, how to improve their skin, how to heal their gut, how to reverse all of the chronic illnesses. And I'm not going to say all, but I've had thousands of people come through my clinic when I had a physical clinic here in Georgia, and I have helped them from growing hair back, who people were told that they had CCCA and would never have hair again with this big, huge bald spot. It was just so many things. And even to this day, I am seeing people who are now transforming their lives. And if you are somebody who have been working with me, please put your testimonial in the comments to let people know what I do in a natural way. And I'm only the messenger. I'm not a magician by any means. I am the messenger. And what I do is share with you what foods is the real medicine. Because real medicine grows from the ground. That's how it always has been. Real medicine contains what I said to you in the beginning, the minerals. Real medicine, it's your magnesium, that's your medicine. It's the calcium, that's your medicine. It's the iron, that's your medicine. It's the copper, it's the zinc, that's your medicine. And when the body is lacking that medicine, it tells you through pain. It tells you through problems. And hair loss is your body's way of saying, yo, I'm trying to tell you something here. I'm low on something, and if you give me a hand, I'll help you. When we are struggling with hair problems, 98% of our hair loss, hair thinning, dry scalp, inflammation, dandruff is a nutritional imbalance. It could be that you are lacking a mineral, or it could be that you have too much of that mineral in your body. And if you have too much of a mineral, that's just as bad. That means your body is not absorbing it. That could be malabsorption issues. So this is where I come in to help. So today I'm going to share with you, I say 5 foods, but I think I got about 6 or 7 here. I'm going to share with you 5 unknown foods that can help you get your hair and skin back in order. Now, I'm going to ask a question. Who doesn't want to have healthy hair? Who doesn't? Somebody say I don't. Everybody's going to say I do. And understand, you want healthy hair whether you wear it in braids, because everybody know me for my braids. And by the way, I'm getting my braids back in a week or 2. I just needed to let the hair out for a minute so that I can put some treatments in it and do some different things and let the hair breathe. But it's about to get warm, so them braids are coming back. But it wouldn't matter whether you rock braids, you rock locks, you wear a wig, whatever. You still want your hair at the end of the day. You still want to come home and have your hair. Why? Because our hair, as it states, is our crown and our glory. We are defined supposedly by this hair, but our hair, now we know our hair really doesn't define us the way that it should. But our hair, when we are lacking hair, what happens to us? We don't feel beautiful. It doesn't matter. I'm not just talking to our women, our men too. When they start to recede, they have a problem also. It's a problem for them. They start wearing a hat, baseball hat. They feel self-conscious. When we are losing hair, everybody, when you're losing hair, you feel self-conscious. You don't feel beautiful. You think everybody's looking at the top of your head. You go into a depression. And that is one of the reasons why I became a board certified nutritionist, helping people focus on how to get that hair back, because I watched how it destroyed in my family. My sisters, when they had lupus, it took out all of her hair, and I watched. And at that time I was this hairstylist, and I'm like, I got to do something. It was like I couldn't just sit there and watch what was happening to her. And then my other sister wound up with lupus, and she had like her skin color just changed. And again, we're talking hair and skin. And I was like, okay, this is my industry. I need to find an answer. So this is why today, and that goes back 20 some odd years ago, but this is why today I am so passionate about helping people recover hair and skin and understand that we got to look at what's going on in the gut. We got to look at the microbiome. We got to detox our liver. We got to focus on our kidneys, because that is where the answer is in regards to your hair. So let's see, where do I want to begin here for you today? The first thing I guess I want to talk about is understanding hair, right? So the hair that's on your head is dead, that you can see, feel, and touch. Hair is a living cell inside of your body. And all of your living cells need to be fed just like you do, because hair starts to thin before it just falls out. It'll thin, the color may change, all those different things will start to happen. It's usually because hair is also the last on the totem pole to get nutrients from your diet. When you eat your food, and it goes down into your esophagus and it lands in your stomach. Now, once it lands into the stomach, the whole body system is getting into action to help break down the food, to pull out the toxins, to pull out the nutrients. And then from there, blood takes those nutrients, that calcium, that iron, that zinc, that sulfur. Blood takes those nutrients from the food, the natural food, the clean food that you've eaten, and blood transports it to all of your organs and glands. But hair is last on the totem pole. Skin is also last on the totem pole. So if you are minerally deficient, nutritionally deficient, your hair will not get its copper, its zinc, its iron. And that is one of the reasons why hair starts to fall out, because it is lacking nutrients. And so if you are a person that has experienced something like that, if you're dealing with hair loss and you still don't know where or what it is, one of the things I will recommend on this live is to get something, or to do something called a hair mineral analysis. Please write that down. I have been doing this type of test in my practice for 15 years or more. If you want to know if you're nutritionally deficient, a hair mineral analysis is a test that can tell you, because your hair carries all of your nutrients in it. So when that hair starts to grow out, so it's a living cell in the body, but when it grows through the follicle and it comes out of the scalp, it dies. When it hits this air and this oxygen, that hair is no longer living. And that's why we can cut the hair and it doesn't hurt. But if you pull that hair, it'll hurt, because you're pulling basically what's down in the root and the bulb. But when you take a strand of hair, a few strands of hair, and it gets tested, it can see where your zinc levels is. It can see where your iron levels are. It can see where your sulfur is. It can see where your copper. It can see where your magnesium, all of the minerals that sustain you. Minerals, the best way I can say it, it's your lifeline. It's your lifeblood. You cannot live without minerals. And your eating purpose, the real genuine true purpose of food to eat, is to nourish the body and to give you nutrients. The second reason why we eat, God is so amazing, the taste. See, we have it in reverse. We think we want to eat for taste, but no, you need to eat for survival, for nourishment, for nutrients, for the body. What I want to share with you now are the main minerals that hair needs, because today's video is about hair growth, and I'm going to share with you some of the foods that you can start implementing to help grow your hair, to help thicken your hair, to help even possibly turn that hair from gray back to black naturally. Well, the number one mineral that hair needs for survival is zinc, and that's because zinc boosts the follicle. Zinc also can help in the repair and structure of hair. And zinc also helps with oil control, the sebum on your scalp. When you have enough zinc, that helps your hair. When you are deficient in zinc, I am here to tell you, you will lose hair all day long until you find out that it's zinc. Now, when you go to your regular doctors, they're not checking zinc. They're not looking at your zinc. Now, they might check iron, but nobody's checking zinc. And I'm telling you, if you're having a hair loss problem, it's likely zinc might be affected. So that's where that hair mineral analysis can come into play, because there's no more guesswork. It's like instead of me thinking I got a zinc deficiency, that test, when it comes back, it's going to tell you exactly. So here are some food sources that you can start implementing into your body that has a lot of zinc. One is pumpkin seeds. It is number one for zinc. And as a board certified nutritionist who focuses on hair, skin, gut, liver, and kidneys, years ago, I developed a hair care line because, again, remember I told you my passion was I needed to help people that was experiencing hair loss. And I couldn't find products to use in my salon/clinic because a lot of it had chemicals that I wasn't playing with. I was like, yeah, I'm not using that. So I created my own shampoo and conditioner. I created everything. So I have a pumpkin oil that I developed. And anybody, if you're looking to grow your hair, something with pumpkin is the key. Why? Because pumpkin has the zinc. Another food that has a lot of zinc in it are lentils. Lentils, they're full of zinc. Making lentils, and it's healthy and it's nutritious. Lentils can help with that hair growth. Then you have chickpeas. They're also loaded with zinc. And nuts, you have cashews that have a lot of zinc, and you have quinoa that has a lot of zinc. The number 2 mineral that your hair and scalp needs for survival so that you don't lose all your hair is hair needs iron. Iron is very important for a healthy head of hair. And the foods that I'm going to share with you, because I'm going to make a juice, so stay so I can show you, not only tell you about the foods, but show you, I got my juicer here. I don't think all of you can see it. It's on the side. But I'm going to make a juice because I want to show you how to implement these specific foods into your diet. Making these juices will help your hair, your skin, will help your whole body, your liver, your kidneys. People are going to look at you later and go, oh, what is that? Your skin looks so beautiful. And you'll be like, yeah, it's the juice I've been making. But yes, iron is very important. Iron delivers oxygen to your roots. And so spinach is loaded with a lot of iron. Beets has a lot of iron. Lentils have zinc, but lentils also have lots of iron. Here's one, blackstrap molasses. I actually make a hair mask with molasses. And it is so amazing. I still make that hair mask now with molasses. As a matter of fact, I think we still have it in our store. It's the Silk and Honey. And it actually has honey and molasses. Because remember, the hair that's on your head that you can see, feel, and touch is dead. We're working with the scalp. We need to clean the scalp. We need to feed the scalp. We need to feed our hair in 2 ways, through food and what we do on top. But when we're focusing on the scalp, not these strands of hair. When you're eating foods rich in iron, you also need to complement that with foods rich in vitamin C, because vitamin C helps the iron absorb better. Another very important mineral that most people don't know is one of the most important for hair growth is sulfur. For some of you who are in my age range, y'all remember, and they still may have it in the store, there was this grease called Sulfur 8. Now, I'm not a fan of grease, and the reason why, hair grease I'm talking about, I'm not a fan of that because even though people claim it makes their hair grow, okay, it also is clogging your pores. And I'm talking about the pores on the scalp, because your scalp pores need to breathe, just like you need to breathe. Just like we said, we need to feed the follicle. We need to make sure that we're not blocking it, we're not clogging it up. So here are some foods that are rich in sulfur. One, watermelon has a lot of sulfur in it. Onions have a lot of sulfur in it. The next mineral that's very important for hair growth is copper. Many people have been sleeping on the mineral copper, and I share so much about copper. Copper is that mineral. For one, it has a lot to do with how our bodies produce red blood cells and how our body produces white blood cells. The reason why you may be having more grays/whites is because you are deficient in copper. My recommendation is to get a hair mineral analysis in your journey so that you can see where you're deficient, you're lacking in specific minerals. Once you know where you are, how do you fix that? It's by changing your diet and now giving your body the minerals that it's lacking. You can click the bio in my profile and it'll take you to where you can get a hair mineral analysis through me. And I personally review it. I actually take your hair sample, and I work with a doctor who I've been working with for over a decade. I do a hair mineral analysis, I analyze it, I walk you through it, and then we talk about how we need to fix that using food. What foods have copper in it. Sea moss. I know a lot of you was on that sea moss kick. There is a lot of copper, and if you know someone who's been taking sea moss and their hair have been growing, or their skin, and you see so many different, sea moss is amazing. Spirulina is another one that has a lot of copper. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. I love mushrooms. There's specific mushrooms that I like. The shiitake mushroom is very high in copper, but I also love the oyster mushroom, and that one tastes like chicken. And here's one I brought out for you guys, and I'm bringing it to you because I want you to understand it. What does this say? This says dark chocolate. No, I don't mean go get yourself a Snicker bar and a Hershey bar and all that. Dark chocolate, real chocolate that has 80% more of cacao. That's the real deal. This has copper in it. Now, when you're buying your chocolate, make sure, I don't know if this looks backwards to you guys, and I'm not promoting this brand by any means, but I wanted to share with you that for all you chocolate lovers, you can actually, if you're dealing with skin problems and hair problems, cacao is the secret weapon. Okay, magnesium is another mineral that is needed for hair growth. If you are lacking magnesium, you will lose hair. And magnesium helps to prevent a calcium buildup on your scalp. If your hair and scalp is still dry and tight and flaky, there's a calcium buildup on your scalp and skin. So that is the reason why your skin could be so dry, because of this calcium buildup or calcium deposits that's on your hair. That's where that hair mineral analysis will come in. Stop guessing about what's going on. Let's keep it real. Let's get this test done so we can move on in our journey and heal our body the right way. Selenium is another mineral that is most important for your hair. If your body is not taking in selenium from its food, your hair is going to suffer. Selenium helps to fight scalp infection, help to fight dandruff, helps to support, actually one big thing is your thyroid. And so when we are deficient in selenium, we have thyroid problems, and when we have thyroid problems, we're going to have hair problems. So again, today I'm just here as a nutritionist bringing to you why you could be experiencing hair loss or skin problems, and it is because of a nutritional imbalance. That right there, I know for sure. Now, there may be some other things, but trust me, when we are having issues with hair and skin, we have to look at nutrients. Because if you're not looking at that, and somebody's just selling you all these different things from the steroid shots to the PCP and all the different things for your hair, they're never getting to the root cause. So your hair problem would never go away. And many of you have probably been dealing with hair problems for 5, 10 years and spent hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on things that said that it was going to work, when all along, the one thing that you should have checked out internally was, am I nutritionally deficient? Or not necessarily always deficient, it's an imbalance. You may have too much of something. You need to check out your gut. Is the microbiome okay? These are the things that people aren't checking when they're looking at hair and skin. But I'm here to tell you, there is a connection with your internal body and your outside hair. There is a connection. So now I want to show you guys this juice that I'm making for you today, and share with you why we're using this juice. And I'll share with you the ingredients that we're using. Asparagus is one of the main foods in my juice. I did a video with you guys a couple of weeks ago sharing with you asparagus. It's the master detoxifier. When we want to grow our hair, when we want healthy hair, we need to make sure that we're helping the liver do its job. Because when the liver is not doing its job, you will gain weight, you will have bad skin, you will have hair loss. But the liver's not trying to punish you. The body is just trying to tell you, I am suffering pain, and all the issues with our hair and skin is just our body's way of telling us we're having some problems. And if you could help me, then we can fix this out, and then we can get back to normal. So I'm using asparagus in my hair juice because that's what we're doing now. I've shared with you the minerals that the hair needs to survive. And the folate in the asparagus helps to build red blood cells, which carry oxygen. So now when we're looking at the asparagus contains folate, which carries oxygen to the hair follicles. So this is a very important food for hair growth. It fuels hair growth. Now, the other food that we're going to be putting in our juice is a kiwi fruit. Now, remember we talked about iron, and then we're looking at our asparagus for that, but kiwi actually has more vitamin C than an orange. This one fruit is powerful. Powerful. It's loaded with antioxidant. It has vitamin E. And why? Why does the kiwi work? Well, because the vitamin C in the kiwi supports collagen production. And collagen is very important for our hair. And also, like I said, it enhances iron absorption. And if we're trying to grow our hair, we need to eat more foods rich in iron, which means we need to also eat more foods rich in vitamin C. So that's why this kiwi is so powerful for the juice that we're going to make. The next food in our juice, the carrot. I love carrots. If you are a person and you're trying to lose weight, this is something you need to nibble on all day long. Carrots help to metabolize the gut. It metabolizes the fat. It does so much. And it's also one of the best friends to our liver. But carrots, they're high in beta carotene, and the beta carotene converts to vitamin A. And what this does, the carrot itself, it helps the sebum on our scalp. It makes it so healthy. The carrots help to prevent dryness. So if you are that person where your scalp is always so dry, try making a juice or eating the carrot, so you will have not only the juice, but you will also have the fiber. And this carrot also helps with the production of keratin. Now, we are making a juice with kiwi, asparagus, and carrots. And I'm not going to put an apple in my juice, but I have to share with you all the power of the apple for your hair growth. I talk about apple all the time. We used to hear that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, and it does. This apple, especially with its skin on, the apple helps. The apple has pectin. The apple binds to heavy metals. The apple, the fiber in it regulates our blood sugar. And this right here, that compound, it actually helps to stimulate the anagen stage of hair growth. So hair has 3 stages of growth. It has the anagen stage, it has the catagen stage, and it has the telogen stage. The anagen stage is the stage where hair grows. That's that cycle where our hair just grows. Then we have the catagen stage. The catagen stage is the stage where hair is it's slowing down a little because it's about to go through a transition. And then we have the telogen stage. The telogen stage is when our hair sheds. So hair shedding is a normal process. Normal hair shedding, not abundant, but hair shedding is a normal process. And when the telogen stage comes through, right after the telogen stage, after that hair sheds, a new hair comes right up, right after it. So when hair is healthy, it will do that. Well, the apple, the compounds in the apple helps it stay longer in the anagen stage and gives it everything it needs while in the anagen stage. That's why I said for those who are dealing with PCOS, hair-related problems, eating apples, and it's the skin. What's on the skin is what helps in that anagen stage. Before I make my juice, I want to talk about the onion. I mentioned it a few minutes ago. I talked about I mentioned the mineral sulfur, and I said that you can get sulfur out of the onion. This food right here, this is your hair growth weapon. Listen, you can make an onion juice to apply to your scalp, put a cap on, or you can make a juice or a broth, make a nice broth drinking onion juice. So onion is high in sulfur, it's high in the quercetin, and it's high in antioxidants. And so these are all the foods, guys, that can help your hair to grow, help it grow thick, long. If you have been losing hair for a while, your body has been telling you this because it is imbalanced. There's a hormone imbalance, there's a nutritional imbalance. If you want to work with me, please reach out to me. I will send you the link for hair mineral analysis. Also, we need to see what's going on in your gut. But everybody who's worked with me and have stuck to the plan and have done what they were supposed to do have seen significant improvements in their hair and their skin and in their body. This is my hair growing elixir. We're going to be using 4 carrots. And you know I always got to share with y'all my Nama juicer. This is the baby of all babies. So when you are on a health journey, whether it's for your hair, your health, your weight, a juicer is a part of your tools that you need. And if you don't have a juicer, that's fine, then your blender. What I'm trying to say is a blender or a juicer is a requirement for a healthy journey. There may be things in your body that's not allowing your body to absorb its nutrients. 1, parasites like pinworms and giardia and tapeworms. 1 in 3 is living with worms and don't know it. Well, if you are a host to worms, when you're eating your good food and your nutrients, your worms is like, I'll take that. And you're not getting what you need. You also may have toxins in your body. You may have aluminum, arsenic, mercury, cadmium. All of these types of heavy metal toxins is going to block your body from getting the absorbent of the nutrients you need. There's a few places we need to look first. Look at our liver, because the liver is the hardest working organ in the body. And if the liver can't do its job, no other organ can perform its job well. And in return, you are going to be that person with chronic disease. It could be as simple as headaches. It could be with insomnia. It could be with weight gain. It could be with inflammation, hair loss, whatever issue you're having in your body. Trust me, your liver is connected to it somehow. There is no other organ that can do that. And so what do I mean by repair, restore, revive? Your liver starts out, when it's healthy, it's 3 pounds in the size of a football. And it does so much for you. When I say it does 500 jobs, I'm not exaggerating. It does 500. So your liver's trying to handle all it, trying to clean it up. And then picture your liver one day as like your vacuum cleaner at home. So if you have a vacuum cleaner and you've been cleaning and you've been cleaning and you've been cleaning and you've never cleaned out the bag, what will happen? That vacuum cleaner can't suck up another piece of dust until you clean out the vacuum cleaner. Well, your liver is like that vacuum cleaner. Your hair, which is our topic of discussion, your hair is not now coming out. Your skin is breaking out. You're getting all kind of different things happening. Your skin is itchy. You're miserable. You're mad all the time. And you go to a doctor and they're like, your blood work came back fine. I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what, you can go to the pharmacy down the street and pick up something, because that's what they're going to do. But the point is, you need to take matters into your own hand and detox. The liver is a detoxification system, but like that vacuum cleaner, you got to clean it out once in a while. And if you are interested in a good detox, I have a 30-day detox program that we are getting ready to start again in April. And it was so amazing. I had hundreds of people come through this detox program, and I do mean hundreds, and I have testimonials to back it up. And everyone have said how it has changed their life. So many things can happen to you when the liver is struggling. And when the liver is struggling, that means all the other organs are going to struggle. And then on top of that, you might be sitting with some parasites, some tapeworms, some all kind of stuff. The body could just be totally jacked up. So in that instance, this is where my 30-day detox and parasite cleanse come into play. So we will put that in the comments for you too. In this program, I'm doing it there with you. I'm live with you. And also, if you sign up now, you also get a voucher for a free one-on-one consultation with me. And my consultation is almost $300. But that, if you're signing up for the 30-day detox, you get a one-on-one with me where we can talk about your health journey. So we can map out, I can help you map out what you need to do, what you need to eat, and all the different things that can help you on your journey. But anyhow, let's get into the juicing, because I know some of you are like, come on, let's see the juice. So I have in here, I'm doing 3 carrots in here, and then I am going to do, let's see, 1, 2, I'll do about 10 asparagus spares, and I'll cut them in half so they can fit in my nama. And I'm throwing in my kiwi, skin and all. Now, what you guys did not see is that I pre-washed and cleaned these. Always, always, always. That's why many of us have parasites and toxins, because of the way that we've cleaned our fruits and vegetables. When we think we're cleaning it with water, you did nothing but put some more toxins on it from that tap water sink. But you need to clean your fruits and vegetables, and this is what I do. I clean it in a solution of food grade hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. And if I don't have food grade hydrogen peroxide, I will use white vinegar. So, okay, so now I am ready to juice for you guys. My ingredients was carrots, asparagus, and kiwi. You can throw an apple in there if you want. And when you do an apple, the apple I always use is the Fuji apple because it is the sweetest of all apples. This asparagus, when I learned about the power of this food, my thinking changed. And a lot of times, that's the first thing that we have to change. When we want to change our life for the better, it starts with the way we think. I knew I didn't like asparagus. I didn't care who made it. But I was like, you know what? After I did my science and did my research and did my studies, I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And so this is why a lot of times I will add my Fuji apple. Now, I didn't add my Fuji apple into this one, and it's because I added the carrot, which has a great amount of sweetness. But when you're dealing with a bitter green, throw in an apple. It's going to balance out that tart and that sweet, and it's going to just be enough. And here's a tip for all of you who want to be on a healthy journey. Every 14 days, our palate, our tongue, our taste, it changes. So for those right now who's like, I can't eat that. No, which was me once upon a time with asparagus. Once I started drinking it, it actually started tasting good to me. So that's why every morning now I'm doing an asparagus juice. Why do I do an asparagus juice every morning? Because it gives me some energy. It's a master detoxifier. It's the glutathione in it. All right, guys. So I don't know if y'all can see the pour, but here's my pulp. And my pulp, I'm going to make a seasoning with my pulp after this. I don't know if y'all can see my pour coming on out. Okay, guys. So here I am getting ready to drink. This is my hair elixir. I'm going to save some for my mom always. I always got to give mom some juice. So again, guys, thank you for joining me today. This live today was me sharing with you 5 foods. I probably gave you more than 5 foods that help with hair growth. And I just didn't tell you these foods, but I explained to you why these foods work for your hair, for your skin, and for your body. Now, this juice is asparagus, kiwi, and carrot. And this is a juice that will help your skin and help your hair. Here we go. This juice is amazing for the skin. The carrots in this juice, carrot has beta carotene, and beta carotene converts to vitamin A. Vitamin A is what the skin needs. So if you're looking for beautiful skin, this is it. You want your hair to grow? You want your edges to come back? This is it. You ready to take that wig off because you want to be natural? This is it. This is what we need.
Say where the juicer, where they can get the juicer.
So the Nama, someone wants to know where they can get the Nama juicer. You can go to, oh, you're going to put the link in there, right?
Tell them to go to the stand store.
Oh, she said to tell you, follow my link. It'll take you to where you can get this juicer. And then when you follow the link and use Debbie 10, you get like $50 off this juicer. The team who developed this is Nama, and I absolutely love them. And I have other juicers, but this one has made my life so simple and so easy. When I take it apart, I'm pulling it up, and I'll show you guys real quick how it is. You pull it up, you take it apart, okay? Put this in the sink, you clean that part, you clean this part, and you're done. Because our lifestyles are so busy, we want something that's easy. We want something that can work real quick with what we do. That's why some people stop, because those old juicers, they had so many compartments and pieces, and everybody was like, I can't do it, I'm tired. But the Nama came back strong. So if you are looking to juice, this is that juicer. And again, it's not a cheap juicer, but it is a cold press juicer. It is a juicer that you will use forever. If anything breaks, they will send you another piece, another part with no problems. The customer service is amazing. Someone said, can we juice every day? Yes, you can. If you have the time to juice every day, that means every time you juice, you understand you are getting fresh, the fresher than fresh juice. If you can't juice every day, then what you want to do is invest in glass. Do not put anything in plastic bottles. Do you hear me? I'm about to do a video on microplastics and share with you how it is damaging our body. And that's another reason why you might want to join this 30-day detox, because what we are learning, we are all living with microplastics in our body. storageware and juice, and batch and freeze. Freeze what you're not going to use in the next 48 hours. And then the night before, take it out. So in the morning when you get up, your juice has already defrosted and it's ready for you. This juice, to me, between 8 to 12 ounces is good for this. If you are really having some skin issues and some hair issues, what I'm trying to tell you is asparagus is number one, and the carrot is a great, these are, as a nutritionist, I don't just pick out a fruit and a vegetable and be like, oh, let's just juice this. Let's see what it turns out to be. No, there's a science behind everything that I do. Every fruit, every vegetable, everything. It's scientific backed. Someone asks, is this juice great for hormonal issues and menopause? And my answer to you is yes, and I will explain to you why. One of the main reasons that it is good for those parts of the body is because of the power of the asparagus. The glutathione in here is such a secret weapon for our hormonal health. The menopause, the postmenopause, the premenopause. This is a secret weapon, guys. I'm telling you, this is the secret sauce. When we reward the body rewards us. So thank you all for joining me today for What the Health is Wrong with You. I hope you learned something today. I know I said I was giving you 5 foods, but I think I shared more when I added in the onion and some other things in there. And there were more foods that I wanted to share, but I know we don't have enough time because I have the avocado. That's another one that's amazing for the hair. But every Friday, you will catch me here at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for What the Health is Wrong with You. So if this is your first time joining in, please subscribe to my channel. Please check me out. You can check me out on, I am on every social media platform. You will find my long form videos on YouTube. You will find, and I do lots of stuff on YouTube in regards to vitamin D health, in regards to, I think I may have hit on every health topic you can think of. And again, this is backed by science. This is not me just telling you my thoughts. I don't believe in that. Everybody have their own thoughts. That's why there's so much noise on the internet. But no, everything is backed by science, it's research, and it's the information you want to hear, but you can't find. So thanks again. I will see you next Friday, 1 p.m.